In this video, we're going to be talking about why Pan will become a Super Saiyan in the future. Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to Siphon, and in today's video we're going to be explaining every detail as to why I think Pan will be becoming a Super Saiyan in the near future. Starting off with the fact that I think they're actually going to hand over the mantle towards the younger generation of the Z fighters to continue on with their legacy. We can talk about that in another video. So let's talk about Pan's potential as 1/4 Saiyan. So if you go strictly to the fan base, you're actually going to find out that most people think Pan cannot turn into a Super Saiyan simply because of her bloodline lineage, which I think is absolute bogus. We can actually see from the manga as well as the anime that Pan's potential has been proved over and over again, considering the feats she's already accomplished at a really young age. So in one of the episodes of Dragon Ball Super, we can actually see Pan has perfect ki control, which is something no child or Saiyan has done at that age. We can see one of the earliest ki manipulations in Gohan knowing how to throw a blast beam as a very young child, but then we can also see Goten become Super Saiyan at the same age or around the same age that Gohan learned how to throw a fire beam. What I'm basically saying is that every new generation Saiyan seems to get stronger each time, regardless of how much Saiyan blood they have inside them. So we talked about perfect ki manipulation a little bit ago. Now let's bring up exactly what I mean by that. So in order to fly, you actually have to be able to master ki, transform the ki, and be able to manipulate it, which takes, for one, a skilled martial artist or someone who knows exactly what to do with their ki. Now Pan is literally a baby and has only seen Goku and the others fly before. For Pan to actually be able to do this is insane. Not only does Pan know ki manipulation, but Pan also has the inept ability to learn and grow new abilities simply by watching other fighters. This is an ability associated with Saiyans. This is exactly why Pan is allowed to fly throughout the series. It seems she's learned by watching Goku fly, as well as the other members of her family. Something that makes me even more excited about this is that Pan actually has the strength of a Saiyan. We get a glimpse of this power when Pan hits the control board in a spaceship, as well as breaking out of the spaceship entirely, leaving the three goons to be saved by Pan herself. Now you get a lot of the fan base talking about, oh, Pan can't become a Super Saiyan because she's only 1/4 Saiyan. We hear that multiple times throughout different Reddit pages and online forums. But something that gives me more hope is that Pan has the ability to survive in space. This is something that Saiyans are known to have, which is quite random, but definitely needed as a trait to be a Saiyan. So we proved that Pan has all the natural abilities of a Saiyan. Let's go ahead and get into another theory that I think I should debunk throughout this video. So there's this theory that because the parents of the child are fighters and well skilled at martial arts and can control their ki, this suddenly means that the child is that much more powerful because of them. Now this would make sense considering Vegeta and Bulma and Goku and Chi-Chi made babies and they're super strong all of a sudden because of that. Well, that doesn't actually make sense. A good example of this would be Krillin and Android 18. Both these fighters are extremely skilled and can go against Super Saiyan 2 and even rival against Super Saiyan Blue. Yet even though this is true, none of these traits have actually been passed down to their child named Eren, which is apparent because of her sweet-like nature as well as no aptitude to fight, fly, or have any ki manipulation. So this makes sense that it's only a Saiyan sort of thing, that abilities and power levels get passed down throughout generations. I think a good example of this is when Goten was able to turn Super Saiyan even though he didn't have any formal martial arts training or ki control training of any kind. And for one of my last points, I actually think Dragon Ball Super is headed into a different direction, considering we have different types of forms like Broly using more of his ape side, as well as Gohan using his human as a base form, which is obviously still enhanced by his Saiyan side. We are headed into a more so evolutionary stage, which is going to include more hybrid and different types of Saiyan versus the regular blonde that we already know. I also think that Pan can do the same thing, except I think Pan specifically will be a human hybrid sort of power up, which will make her hair yellow and black at the same time, so sort of like a yellow with highlights. This will be something that she builds upon as she gets older, so she won't quite look like the Super Saiyans we know and love, but she'll definitely have her own spin on things, considering she is 1/4 Saiyan. But hey, that's all I can come up with. Let me know if you guys have any other comments or anything to add to this theory below. Let's continue the conversation down there. And if you guys like this content, make sure to check out my other Dragon Ball Super content as well as the other stuff I have on my channel to offer. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.